everyone, it's Merc007 here. Thank you so much for joining my board game video. Today we are taking a look at Ninetales, a fun indie game that is soon getting an international release. Please enjoy! Ninetales is a 2 to 5 player card game designed by Fuqua and published by Amuri Studios. It is a fun interactive card game with a bit of resource management, set collection and take that. Rick also designed the card game The Coil, which you might have seen in one of my other videos. And Amuri Studios is an indie publisher friend from Japan. They also run a friendly international board game store in Tokyo that I highly recommend you check out if you ever visit Japan. And I got a chance to take a look at this early sample of the game. This is not the final edition, so some of the things you see here in this video will be updated and included in the final edition. So let's check out how to play the game. In Ninetales, players are ancient forest spirits or gods helping foxes improve their mystical skills to earn their tails and ascend. These cute foxes might also play tricks using their special abilities. The first player to help 3 foxes grow their 9th tail and ascend wins the game. Let's take a look at the cards. These are the fox cards. The symbol on the cards show the different traits of the fox. Red for allure, green for cunning, yellow for glamour, purple for stealth, blue for quickness, and the multicolored symbol can represent any of the traits. You'll use these traits on your foxes to grow your tails or perform tricks. These are the study cards. They also have a list of tricks. When you add these cards to your foxes, you'll gain those traits as well. These are the tail cards. They show you how much it costs and what traits the fox must already have in order to grow these tails. And finally, these are the trickery cards. You'll use them at the end of someone else's turn by exhausting your traits and playing tricks on everyone. To start the game, place the exhaustion tokens and the 10 ascended fox cards nearby. These cards will be used later when players help their fox gain their 9th tail. Shuffle the 3 decks: the starting fox card deck, the wilds deck, and the trickery deck. Leave some room here on the table, as this will become the village. And deal 1 starting fox card to each player. They place it face up in front of them. And deal 3 trickery cards to each player face down. The most mischievous player goes first. Players will take turns in a clockwise order. On your turn, you can perform one of these actions. Either venture into the wilds, sneak into the village, or rest in your den. If you choose venture into the wilds, you will explore the wilds deck. And to do this, reveal the top 3 cards from the deck. You can then keep one of the cards and place the remaining in the village. From the 3 cards, if you choose to keep the fox card, you may claim the fox and place it next to your other foxes, which allows you to now have more traits to work with. If you choose a study card, you may tuck it under one of your foxes. That fox now has these additional traits as well. If you choose the tail card, you use the matching traits it costs on one of your foxes by covering them up with exhaustion tokens. After you've exhausted the traits from the fox, you then give that fox the tails. One thing to note, you can never split the cost over different foxes. And you can only give it to a fox if it doesn't make them exceed 9 tails. Or if you decide not to take any of the cards, place all the 3 cards into the village, and then you may discard any number of trickery cards and draw the same number of cards back up, plus 1. Or you can choose to sneak around in the village as your action. Choose and take one of the cards from the village by following the same rules as before in the Exploring the Wilds. If you take a fox, you can claim it and just place it in front of you. If you take a study card, tuck it under one of your foxes. Or if you take a tail card, you need to exhaust one of the fox's traits by covering them up, and then place the tail card underneath it. Or you can choose to rest in your den as your action. To do this, clear and return all your exhaustion tokens from all your foxes. Basically, you'll free up all the traits again and allow these foxes to collect more tails. And then draw up a number of trickery cards equal to the unascended foxes you own. So if you own 2 unascended foxes, you can draw 2 trickery cards. Once you finish your action, let everybody know. And at that time, any player can play a trickery card. The person that revealed it the fastest, they must pay the cost of the trickery card, written here, by placing the exhaustion tokens on one of their foxes. Then going clockwise from that player that played the trickery card, any one player can cancel that trick by revealing and discarding the same card from their hand. But you must have the matching card to do this. If no one has cancelled that card's effect gets resolved. Cards that say this fox refers to the fox that performed the trick. If the player who revealed the trick card made a mistake and couldn't pay for it, or the trick card was cancelled, that trick card is spent and placed face up in the discard. Then the turn passes to the player on the left. If a fox ever gets 9 tails, return all the tokens on it back to the stockpile. For wild foxes, shuffle all of its cards and put it face down at the bottom of the wilds deck. Do the same with the starting foxes, except the starting fox card is placed face down in the starting fox pile, and the rest of its cards will go to the bottom of the wild deck. And once you've done that, you can claim one of the ascended fox cards. Then draw a new starting fox card to place in front of you. When you or someone has collected their 3rd ascended fox card, you or they win the game. This game has 10 different trickery cards. There are 3 of each type in the deck. That's something to remember when you play them, because another player may want to play the same card to cancel that ability after you've already paid the cost. With the trickery cards, there are lots of fun things to do. You can sneak into the village, steal tails, and do all sorts of fun mischief in this game. Here are some of them. If you play the befuddle card, you can confuse another fox and make them forget they've learnt that skill, and instead you take the skills for yourself. If you play the bend reality card, you play tricks on everyone and make them pass all their trickery cards either to the left or the right. If you do foretell, you use this trickery card and you can view a number of cards from the top of the wilds deck as the same number of tails that fox has. For example, if you have 5 tails, you can view 5 cards. So it becomes more powerful the more tails you have. If you play the lull to sleep trickery card, you get to lull another fox to sleep by exhausting another fox's traits. Place as many tokens on it as the number of your fox's tails. And there are more trickery cards in the game, which you can explore on your own. This game is a fun game where everybody's racing to get their foxes to grow their 9 tails and ascend. But you also need to manage the availability of your traits and watch what trickery cards are being played. As you start the game, you're limited by how many traits you have, but the more foxes you claim allow you to do more things along the way. I really like the theme and artwork of this game. This theme of foxes with the 9 tails is something I grew up hearing about as a child in Asian mythology. The fox who grows 9 tails is a powerful magical being who spent arduous centuries to evolve and grow their 9 tails, but also causing a lot of mischief along the way. It's a well-known folktale in Japan, China, Korea, and more countries, and has even become part of pop culture. I really like how this gameplay really matches that theme. And look how cute and beautiful the art is. This game will be coming out very soon, so please check it out, and you can support Amuri Studios over on his Kickstarter page. I've included all the links in the YouTube description. It's always exciting to see the new indie games coming out from Japan. I also hope you enjoyed taking a look at these unique and fun games from Japan. Thank you so much for checking out 9 Tails with me. And as always, please like, share or comment on my channel if you like the content. Until next time, happy gaming!